USL League One. Judgment Day has arrived here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, as Charlotte Independence takes on South Georgia Tormenta from American Legion Memorial Stadium. Welcome in, I'm Josh Toll. Tonight's match is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and it's presented to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, the official health insurance provider of the Charlotte Independence. Playoffs on the line tonight for South Georgia Tormenta as they sit just outside of the playoff position. They are in 7th right now in the standings. Meanwhile, Charlotte Independence, a win tonight, and they will clinch that 4th spot in the standings, which will allow them to have a home game in the opening round. Meanwhile, the defending champs fighting for the lives here tonight, trying to get a win or a draw, and they will leapfrog above Ford Madison for that 6th and final position here as we approach the playoffs. For Charlotte Independence, they have been relied upon a lot this year by their goalkeeper in Austin Pack. And you look at what Austin Pack has done this season. Well, 115 saves on the season. That is a league best this year and a league record as well. He has been absolutely tremendous between the sticks. He'll get his 32nd start tonight. He has allowed 41 goals on the season, but he can also get it done. 9 clean sheets on the year, which is 3rd best in USL League One play, and he's going up against a tough Tormenta team that can score. Tormenta on the season, they do have 54 goals, and you're going to want to watch out for Makwele Akale on the other side for South Georgia Tormenta. He scored in both games against Charlotte this season, so he's going to be a factor up front. He does have 11 goals on the year, which is 10th best in USL League One play. He's going to see if he can make it 3 straight games against Charlotte Independence with a goal and trying to propel his team into the playoffs. It's going to be a fun one here tonight between these two sides as South Georgia Tormenta fights for their lives. Charlotte Independence a win or a draw, and they will clinch a first-round home game here in the Queen City. It's going to be a fun one here on Judgment Day. 90 minutes to decide the 3 points in this game. When we return, we will have starting 11.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
Welcome back to American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we get set for the final game of the regular season here at Judgment Day in USL League One play, as we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups. And we'll begin with Mike Jeffries and the Charlotte Independence. Austin Pack, we mentioned him at the top, but also look out for Joel Johnson going up on that right wing, as well as Avion Flanagan on the left side. Dane Kelly is going to be a crucial piece up top, as well as Tresor and Buyu. Those two lead the team in scoring. The captain tonight, Miguel Ibarra, once again with the armband there for Charlotte Independence. Meanwhile, for the defending champs, they need a win to get in as they take on this Charlotte side. Pablo Hara will get the start here tonight. Con Basiunas gets his 4th start of the season, and then look out for Keziah Sterling up top as well. As Jackson Corey on the left side there, they're going to look to link up, as well as adding in Makwele Akale, who we spoke of before this one in the highlight, with Akale scoring in both games already against Charlotte Independence. For Charlotte Independence, they've already won twice against this Tormenta side. As we take a look at our keys to the game, for Charlotte Independence, they have to be good in transition defense, and for Tormenta, they have to find success on set piece, whether that's offensively or defensively. They're going to need to find a way to either put in a goal or prevent Charlotte Independence from scoring one. Third meeting of the regular season between these sides as we are underway from American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Independence hosting South Georgia Tormenta. Thrilled you can join us. I'm Josh Toll as you look at Tormenta tonight in the whites with the blue shoulders. Meanwhile, Charlotte Independence in the all blue kits with the white numbers. This ball played out wide by Sterling. Keziah Sterling on the season does have 13 goals. He'll be a threat up front for Tormenta. Tormenta on the season, 12 wins. Right now, 7th in the standings with 41 points. Sitting 2 points ahead of them is Ford Madison, as this goes over the head of the intended target there in Amo. And now we'll take a look at our injury report. And the big one, Clay Dimmick out for Charlotte Independence. And with his injury, captain's armband has been handed over to Miguel Ibarra. Miguel Ibarra, since the injury of Dimmick, also playing a little bit lower as well. Ibarra, though, he can be creative when need be, but playing more deep back on the field since the injury to Dimmick. Kale playing it out wide. Here's Corey. Corey with the left foot, takes a deflection by Flanagan. Heckenberg. Back to Corey. Corey slots into his left. Corey still with it. Corey with a chance here. Trying to chip it over, but chips it out of play. Let's see if this took a deflection. It did. First corner of the game. Mention how set pieces will be key to this game, and a great opportunity here on an early corner. Here you see Joel Johnson getting his foot to the ball, causing the deflection to go out past the end line. They'll go short. Tormenta's last year's defending champs here in USL League One, taking down the Chattanooga Red Wolves by a score of 2-1. Keziah Sterling with the goal. Now, again, this one's going to be stopped by Pack and then cleared away by Spielman. Well, now making 116 saves on the season for Austin Pack. Mike Jeffries had high praise for his keeper. Talking about how he's had a good year, probably made more saves than they would have liked him to have made on the season, but he's been absolutely terrific, a true shot stopper. Very positive within the group. Has been great at organizing the back and really has worked hard this season to strengthen his game. There's that look and that shot attempt that was cleared away. Another free kick opportunity here. Kale with the left foot. With the right is Elijah Amo. Ball looped in, punched away. Long distance shot, but well off target there. I like the idea there by Otinho, but needs to get it on frame. Flanagan. Jeffries about this game. They really have to do a good job managing defense and transition, like we mentioned earlier. Limit the runs of Pedro Fonseca. Well, Pedro Fonseca will be coming off on the bench, but one of the players he did mention was Keziah Sterling there getting the start. He really wants to play smart defensively, especially on set pieces and free kicks as well, and have to make them work defensively, see if they can open up the gaps and get behind the back line of Tormenta. There you see them trying to go deep on that pass to Dane Kelly. Aquafina is the official water of the Charlotte Independence. When the game heats up, cool down with an Aquafina. Player shield still up for grabs. You look at coming into the game, Union Omaha in that top spot with 62 points. North Carolina behind them with 60. And then Northern Colorado with 59 points. Tormenta trying to squeeze into that 6th spot, which Ford Madison holds by 2 points. And then you look at Charlotte Independence trying to fend off Greenville, who right now is in 5th. This one poked away, now kept alive though here by Tormenta, and we had a foul behind. So we could still see movement all the way from 1 through 7 in the standings. Talk about a great way to finish the regular season out. Tormenta coming into the game, 4th most goals scored on the season with 54, but they've allowed the 4th most with 55. See if Charlotte Independence can try to break down this midfield and back line and create opportunities. Lofted ball by Pack. Oberton gives it up. DA out wide. Flanagan loses possession. A grab of the jersey, the reason for the whistle. Clear as day right there by Flanagan. Flanagan 3rd on the team in tackles 1 for Charlotte. Coutinho drops it off, Maciunas. Maciunas won a national championship with Marshall, the Thundering Herd. Kilwine switching sides, nice ball forward, and a chance here, but blocked aside. Coming back defensively was Acosta. Good effort there by Hector Acosta, getting back defensively. The 23-year-old Venezuelan. Heckenberg. Maciunas. Maciunas denied on the ball. Coutinho. Turns away. Heckenberg. Omar Sis right on his hip. Omar Sis just going player to player there defensively. He's got a great work rate. Dingler. Corey gives it up. Corey has a little room, but couldn't get the ball led to him. Sterling plays it out wide into the channel. Back post ball, no one there. Coming up late is Maciunas. Maciunas. Lodge Box Experience is all-inclusive with 16 tickets, catering, credit, parking, and all-season ticket member benefits. Be sure to secure the best seats in American Legion Memorial Stadium for the 2024 season at charlotteindependence.com. Flanagan. Tormenta 2 points out of that final playoff position with 41. Ford Madison with 43. Meanwhile, Charlotte Independence looking for a win at home in their final regular season game so they can get an extra game next week when the playoffs start. Top 2 teams get a bye. Charlotte Independence have now made the playoffs 4 straight seasons. Look at that loss to Union Omaha by a score of 4-1, and Booyah with the only goal for Charlotte Independence. That snapped a 4-game unbeaten streak for Charlotte. Meanwhile, the last team to beat this Tormenta side, also Union Omaha, by a score of 4-0. That stopped a 3-game winning streak. Scoreboard watching right now. Greenville taking on Lexington. That one's scoreless. Union Omaha on the road against Ford Madison. That one also scoreless. Ibarra playing to the near side, and Flanagan. Over's Masa Yunus down the line. Clip there by Dingler. Jake Dingler getting his 11th start of the season, the 23-year-old. Last year he played in every game of the season, was also League One second team member. Acosta. Overtime plays it out wide. Headed away. Still kept alive here by Oberton. He loses possession. Johnson sends it into the area, headed up. Nice ball in there by Johnson, but Dane Kelly couldn't get it on frame. Joel Johnson does have 4 assists on the year. Talking Mike Jeffries, one of the more consistent players here in these final 5 games. Another player that's had to move back a little bit due to the injury of Clay Dimmick. Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independence. Enjoy an ice-cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi, born in the Carolina. Akale trying to slip this ball through, but back was Acosta, and ushering this out as well is Flanagan. Charlotte Independence success at home. Unbeaten their last 5 home games. It's 4 wins and 1 draw during that time. On the season, this has been an absolute fortress. 10 wins, 2 losses, and 3 draws on the year here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. In the 14th minute here as South Georgia Tormenta come into that last game against Union Omaha. Had scored in 16 straight games before the loss. They've had the best chance so far. Austin back with an easy stop. 116 saves now in the year for the keeper for Charlotte. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Coutinho turns away. Kilwine. Masiunas unable to keep it in play. Previous two meetings for these two sides, Charlotte Independence winning by a score of 3-1. Brad Dunwell, Shalom Duty, and Bennett with goals in that game for the Jacks. Meanwhile, Makwele Akale with the lone goal for Tormenta. And then in the second game, Charlotte winning at home by a score of 3-2. Johnson, Ibarra, and Spielman with goals, and it was Pedro Fonseca. And once again, Akale with the goal. He's placing the ball down on the ground. Akale, looping ball, collision, no whistle. Tormenta 1-1, not going to get it. Super League Carolina kicks off in August 2024, bringing Division I's women's professional soccer to the Western Carolinas. Help choose the club's official team name. Scan the QR code on the screen and place your vote for either the Carolina Ascent or the Carolina Breeze. Voting is open today through October 27th. Follow Super League Carolina on social media for updates, news, announcements, and more leading up to the club's full brand reveal this fall. Masiunas inside. Good pressure right there. And Charlotte Independence just forcing it backwards. Coutinho will play it out wide. Tormenta, though, finds space on the other side. Flanagan tracking back, clears it away. Now a foot race for the ball. Mbuyu. Speed there by Mbuyu. Kale knocked off the ball by Mbuyu. Here's Oberton. Drops it back. Sis out wide. Ibarra. Ibarra looking to create. Oberton. Johnson. Loop ball. Mbuyu. Right on the near post right there. It's Pablo Jara. First corner of the night coming for Charlotte. Scratch it, it's just going to be a long throw. And DA. Flanagan, back post ball, no one there. Year's player was Dane Kelly. Ever wanted to see a professional locker room or hang out with a pro player? Here's your chance. Our group offers outings will give everyone an unforgettable night with a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Visit charlotteindependence.com for more details for the 2024 season. Akale has a little room. A little hesitation and go. Not on the same page there, though, of Jackson Corey. Corey was retreating, and Akale thought he was going to be making a run into the box. Mbuyu. And DA. He'll turn away, knocked out of play by Akale. Ibarra. Overtime out wide. Johnson. Ibarra on the season, 7 assists, which is tied for 5th best in the league. Of course, Arthur Rogers leading the way with 11 on the year for Northern Colorado. Flanagan. Flanagan off balance there. He had a little bit more time than I think he realized. Lodge Box experiences an all-inclusive with 16 tickets, catering credit, parking, and all season ticket member benefits. Be sure to secure the best seats in American Legion Memorial Stadium for the 2024 season at charlotteindependence.com. Sis. Acosta. Ibarra. Into the circle. Flanagan on the near side. Pressure here by Tormenta. Spielman, though, able to connect here with Ibarra. Heavy pass there intended for Jackson Corey. Ibarra in his 2nd season plays it up to Oberton. Ibarra back to Oberton. 34-year-old working his way down. And now sent away by Corey. Just popped over to the foot there of Joel Johnson. DA Flanagan. Numbers forward right now at the moment for Charlotte. But they'll simply reset. These two teams hoping to make the playoffs. Look at the top 2 teams will get a bye. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. You look at 3rd and 4th will host a home game next week. Of course, the 3rd place team will take on the 6th spot, and 4th will take on 5th. So right now that would be Charlotte taking on Greenville. It'd be Northern Colorado hosting Ford Madison. Here's Sis. Kelly. Ball whipped in. A chance. Oh, and Mbuyu got a piece of it, but couldn't get it in the upper left corner. He had a wide open mouth to shoot at. Great ball in here. And Mbuyu gets his left foot to it, and he had plenty of room to work with if he can just touch that on. Ball had a lot of pace on it, but Mbuyu, a player that has scored 9 goals on the season, usually has a better effort than that. Mbuyu with his 9 goals also leads the team in tackles won. He's been with the club since 2020. Kilwine. Hara. They're only as far as Miguel Ibarra. Buiu with the left, blocked aside by Masiunas, and a corner now here for Charlotte.
All right, fans, your first Chick-fil-A corner kick for the Charlotte Independent. Number 8, Joel Johnson.
Their 14th win of the season. Hoping to close off the season on a high note here on Judgment Day. Here's Joel Johnson. Last year with Hartford Athletic before coming over here to Charlotte, as he'll send this ball in. Punched up into the air. Super League Carolina kicks off in August 2024, bringing Division I's women's professional soccer to the Western Carolinas. Help choose the club's official team name, scan the QR code on the screen, and place your vote for either the Carolina Ascent or the Carolina Breeze. Voting is open today through October 27th. Follow Super League Carolina on social media for updates, news, announcements, and more leading up to the club's brand reveal later this fall.
At Charlotte Independent.
No cards handed out as of yet for either side. Looks like this is just going to be a verbal warning for Dane Kelly. Still scoreless in all the games that matter for these two sides. Richmond Kickers and Central Valley Fuego knotted up at 3 apiece. Kilwine. Dingler. Ama loses possession. Here's Ndiaye. Ndiaye loses his footing. Spielman. The year Spielman has had, first in the year in minutes. In his first year with the club, coming over from the Chattanooga Red Wolves. That's brought over veteran experience. Spielman now will have a whistle for the foul at midfield. Spielman, one of those players that's just been solid throughout the year for Charlotte Independence and Mike Jeffries. You see the collision between Otinho and Ndiaye. Flanagan cuts inside. It's by one defender. Sweeps it right at the target. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, the home to the USL La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Corey. McCauley. Oberton trailing him. Here's Corey with it once again. Coutinho. Off of Ndie, but he looks to be all right. Dingler. The big man trying to scoop this over. Assist. The center back in possession.
Fans, we're at the 30-minute mark, which means it's time for all halftime contestants to make their way to the Gatorade Tower. All halftime participants, please make your way to the Gatorade sign located to the left of the scoreboard.
Scoreless here in American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta. Playoff seedings on the line. South Georgia Tormenta, last year's USL League One champs. Currently just outside the playoffs, trailing by 2 points behind Ford Madison. Meanwhile, for Charlotte, they win tonight, and they will wrap up a home game next week. Charlotte can also get a draw tonight with a Greenville loss or draw, and they will host a game next weekend. Meanwhile, for Tormenta, they are in with the win. No matter what, they need a win. And a Ford Madison loss or a draw. Sterling plays it outside. Mason. Coutinho. Masiunas. Oberton. More assist, one and a foul, not going to get it. Heckenberg. McCauley thought about it from long range. Sterling near side, Masiunas. Back to Sterling. Oberton over to help defensively, and this ball is won by Nick Spielman. Sis up to the middle. And Mbuyu. Oh, he wanted to slip that ball through by coming up. Was Jake Dingler to make the stop. Sterling. Scoop pass from Sterling. Flanagan able to head it away. Ibarra. Two players on him as the ball's won back by Akale. Long distance bomb from Coutinho, and this goes over the crossbar. It's twice now. Coutinho's let it rip from long range. Don't mind trying to dial it up from long distance, especially if you can get it on target, make the keeper have to make a save, see if you might get lucky and he could spill it. Try to get a rebound chance. Spielman, Flanagan. Spielman now working his way up the field. Look at the center back go. center back and Spielman up, as well as Joel Johnson, the right fullback. DA. Johnson on the overlap. 10 minutes away from half. Of course, we'll have a few minutes of extra time added on. Halftime we'll have a look back at the season that was here in USL League One play and some news and notes, as this is headed away by Kilwan, and a throw coming here for Charlotte. The captain, Johnson, losing possession of the ball. Although won back immediately. Good job coming up there by Acosta. Oberton chests the ball himself, sends it back. USL League One playoffs are here, and you can catch all the action on ESPN Plus beginning October 20th. The season concludes with the USL League One final November 5th on ESPN2. Free kick here after the foul by Charlotte, so a chance here for Amo and Akale. Akale to the spot, headed up by Acosta. Well, Acosta, he's having a tremendous opening first half. Heads that ball away initially. He's also made a stop earlier in the box and had a good challenge just moments ago on the far touchline. I feel like those center backs don't always get the love they deserve at the defender position, especially because their work is a little bit more unrecognized compared to, say, someone like Arthur Rogers on a wing, or even Joel Johnson to that extent. Look at Johnson on this season, 6 goals, 4 assists. You look at Arthur Rogers for Northern Colorado Hailstorm, leading the way with 11 assists on the year. A lot of times that's what people take into consideration. It's not always about the goals that you produce or the assists that you add on. Ibarra. Chance here, and just over the crossbar. Both teams not afraid to tee it up tonight. Ian Killian, his 23rd start of the season. Last year with the Pittsburgh River Hounds here in USL Championship before coming over to League One side in Charlotte Independence. And DA knocked off the ball. Sterling. Hesitation and going, able to track back is Ibarra. Austin Packman with 116 saves on the year. That's 31 more than the next nearest goalkeeper, which is Jared Mazzola of Greenville. Greenville had 85 coming in tonight from Mazzola. Greenville currently scoreless between Lexington. The Triumph trying to get a win as well. DA, Oberton. Sis. Back post, chance, and Buiu nods it down, but into the side of the webbing Oh, two great crosses tonight, finding Mbuyu. Both he sends wide. Beautiful pass here to the back post. Look at Omar Sis creating a space, getting around Corey. Goes backside, Mbuyu wide open. As Masi Yunus was a little too far inside. Well, you think Mbuyu could possibly have 2 goals this evening. Two really great passes, too, on both opportunities. Kali at midfield. Oberton back, wins the ball for Charlotte. And DA. DA back in his 5th start here this evening. And Mbuyu charging. Has Sis inside, tries to step over and go around the big man and Jake Dingler, but unable to get by him. Jake Dingler listed at 6'5". Just under 5 minutes before we go to the dressing room. Scoreless here between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta. Coutinho. Team right now pretty good for Charlotte Independence. Mike Jeffries talking about that on our coaches call this week. That big loss being Clay Dimmick out. Loss on the field and a loss in leadership as well. We also have on this side, Barr really stepping up into a leadership role. But for the most part here at the end of the season, just your normal nicks and bruises and just fatigue at the end of the year. Player making their way back, Ryan JJ as well. Corey slots it inside. Sterling out wide. Ibarra able to get the ball, but plays it beyond the end line in a corner here, coming for Tormenta late in the first half. Sterling wanted a foul behind the play. Tormenta will have to settle for the corner. Sterling goes short. Corey Barra. Barra and DA do a good job here. Not allowing Tormenta to work their way in. Now Tormenta able to find a little way through as this is well up and over. Too far back on that shot attempt as we'll have 1 minute of stoppage time here added on to the first half of play. It's been a clean first half. Both sides with one opportunity to get a shot on goal, but neither able to get one by the other keeper. Engler going over the back there. Maybe one last opportunity here before the break for Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 1 minute stoppage time. 1 minute.
Sis. Oberton. Flanagan. Hara. Knocked away by Dane Kelly. And there is the whistle to signal the end of the first 45 minutes of play. And after 45 minutes, Charlotte Independence 0, South Georgia Tormenta 0 as 3 points on the line. You look at this crucial game here in Judgment Day for both these sides. Again, Charlotte in with a win or a draw, and Greenville a loss or a draw in their game. Meanwhile, Tormenta, they need a win no matter what, and a loss or a draw for Ford Madison. But at the half, both teams with chances, but neither able to break the scoreless deadlock as we head to half. Charlotte Independence at home, 0-0 against South Georgia Tormenta.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Stand up, Independence fans. Take a break from squinting to see that tiny soccer ball bounce around that big field. Now take off your glasses, rub your eyes, put some eye drops on your contact lenses, or let my friends at AccuVision LASIK help you get that 20/20 vision you need to see the match in high def. Mention Independence and get $1,000 off LASIK. Go get the details right now at AccuVisionLASIK.com. That's AccuVisionLASIK.com.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
Scoreless and a half between the Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta as we take a look back to the season that was here in the best of the 2023 season, presented to you by Mark Schoenster.
It's only natural that we go back and hit the big talking points from across the season. Starting March 18th, we saw the debut of our two new clubs this season in a rivalry opener between them. We were treated to an exciting 2-1 victory in front of an energized home crowd as one Knoxville and Lexington SC were immediately introduced to the chaos and competitive nature of this wonderful league. It would be a familiar face, though, in League One that secured the win. Jake Keegan getting it done. But in the end of the day, though, both teams would show their quality in this game and prove that they would belong in this league throughout the entirety of the season. So, welcome additions to USL League One, Lexington and Knoxville. Now let's talk records. Never before had a USL League One player scored 4 goals in a single match, but that changed on June 21st. You'd think it'd be the likes of Emiliano Terzaghi, Keziah Sterling, or maybe even Trevor Ammon. But it's instead the rookie Liam McKinnon, who not only accomplishes this feat, but also scores the fastest hat trick in league history, tallying 3 goals by the 22nd minute. It was a 13-minute window in which he superbly gashed the net with his clean finishes time and time again. What an accomplishment for him. Now, the next topic of conversation is less of a statistical feat, but a much more important and inspiring accomplishment. After being diagnosed with testicular cancer, Irvin Parra, a USL scoring savant, not only overcame this massive challenge, but returned to the soccer pitch this season. It cannot be overstated how awesome this guy is for the fight and determination that he has demonstrated this year. So congratulations to him, his family, Northern Colorado Hailstorm. We're all in awe at this absolute warrior of a player. It was just a fantastic evening when he was able to cross that line and get back up onto the pitch. And boy, does he have some impressive teammates. We all saw the potential of Trevor Ammon last season, but even then, this is a meteoric rise that still surpassed all expectations, both outside and within the building. Trevor has become a pinpoint finisher, racking up goal after goal, easily cruising by Terzaghi's previous single-season record of 18, with 23 goals going into the final week of the regular season. What a year for Trevor and this Hailstorm attack. They've been kicking on all cylinders. Arthur Rogers has a little bit to thank for it. But it also hasn't just been the year of the striker. The year of the goalkeeper has also arisen. Austin Pack of Charlotte has done the complete opposite, which is denying more goals than any other keeper has in a single season. Akira Fitzgerald previously held the mark with 106 saves in a year, but Pack has now punched, deflected, bodied, rejected, etc. 115 shots and counting coming into decision day. He got out to a hot start early in the season and never looked back in that category, carrying a nearly 30-save lead over second place in the saves category going into the final weekend. Now, individual accomplishments are great, but nothing feels better than when the team is winning, and that's practically all Union Omaha has done in the second half of the season, dismantling Lansing's record 6-game win streak with a 10-game streak of their own. They still haven't lost a game since doing that. 13 games unbeaten going into week 31, and due to that run, they now have 62 points, a number no other League One team has ever reached. The craziest part about all of it is they still haven't clinched the Players' Shield going into the final match. But it is 4 years and 4 trips to the playoffs for these Owls, a number that can only be bested by the Greenville Triumph. The league has been around for 5 years, and every year, John Harkes and his players have been good enough for postseason play. So congrats to them. Congrats to all the previously mentioned teams and players. It's been fun recapping this year, but it's not over. More fun this season to come and more content to come on the other side of this break. We'll step aside. Now this from the USL.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
45 minutes down between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta as we are scoreless at the break as we take a look at the news and notes. And at Tess Diouf, Player of the Month, second highest scoring season by a Senegalese player in modern American pro soccer history. He has been on absolute fire. Coach of the Month for the second time. Eamon Zaya, the former League One forward, becomes the fourth coach to earn the honor twice in a single. And Lexington, if you have not seen their stadium, well, you got to look at the drop they've drawn up for this 5,000-seat soccer-specific stadium that will become targeted for next August as Lexington just continues to improve and push the envelope with what they are doing. As we take a look at the standings, we can see movement from that top spot in the standings all the way down to that 7th position where South Georgia Tormenta stands. Union Omaha right now in that top spot. Charlotte Independence, a draw tonight or a win, and they will host a home game next week. And look at the score right now between Central Valley Fuego that has just gone final as Central Valley Fuego gets the final win of the regular season against the Richmond Kickers. Meanwhile, scoreless in the two other games between Ford Madison and Union Omaha and Greenville and Lexington. And North Carolina up at the break by a score of 1-0. But here at halftime, we are also scoreless between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, we're proud of the relationships we've built with you, North Carolina. We're collaborating with leaders like Vici, supporting her efforts to help schools address the mental health needs of students, and foster care moms like Gail, working with her to ensure our state's most vulnerable children are thriving, and caregivers like Maya, partnering with her to improve maternal health. From lowering costs to building healthier communities, we are committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is not your typical health insurer. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family working hard to make healthcare affordable, easier to navigate, and accessible for all. North Carolina is our home. We're here for you, all of you.
break here between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta from American Legion Memorial Stadium. As we take a look back here at the highlights from the first 45 minutes that was. And here early, Tormenta, knowing that they need 3 points to get a spot in the playoffs, had a great chance in the opening minutes, but Austin Pack coming up big, his 116th save of the season. Nice little give and go action right there, but Tormenta not able to get it by the near post. Keziah Sterling with a chance, but denied here. Overton, a great pass over, and Mbuyu with his left foot sends it wide. Overton with a beautiful pass, but Mbuyu couldn't get the direction that he needed to angle it in on target. And here another chance for Mbuyu. Overton playing it over to Omar Sis. Omar Sis able to get around the defender, and then a nice little loop ball to the back post. Mbuyu nods it down, but into the side webbing. How about this ball over by Omar Sis? And Mbuyu, all he has to do is get it past that near post, as coming over late was Pablo Jara. But the striker unable to get it through to get the opening goal of the game. As we take a look at the shots, just the one on target for Tormenta. Still yet to see one on the board for Charlotte Independence. Possession pretty much even between these two sides, and you have to think Tormenta is going to come up there, going to push numbers forward, as they know they have to come up with 3 points, and then they need to rely on a little help in the Ford Madison game, with Madison needing a loss or a draw in that one in order for Tormenta to advance. Meanwhile, Charlotte will host a game next week if they win this contest. They can also host a game if they get a draw, and Greenville ends up with a loss or a draw in their matchup. Greenville currently taking on Lexington at the moment. That game also scoreless. And so we will have a sub here to begin this second half for Charlotte. Luis Alvarez is going to come in. Alvarez has been used as a sub on the season. This will now be his 28th appearance, all as substitutions. One of the things that Mike Jeffries had to say about Alvarez, he's a high-octane player, very good 1v1, really not afraid to run at guys, very clever and creative. He provides a spark. He also does a great job of changing up the tempo. He'll be a player that brings consistent movement to Charlotte here for the second half. Judgment Day here in USL League One. Scoreless here in the Queen City in Charlotte, North Carolina, at American Legion Memorial Stadium, as Charlotte Independence hosting South Georgia Tormenta for what could be possibly the final time this year. So Ibarra off, Luis Alvarez on. No substitutions for Tormenta. You look at that also with Charlotte knowing they at least have booked a playoff spot. They can take out players if they choose. Of course, they want that home game, but they also want their players to be as healthy as possible heading into next weekend. How about the Player Shield also still being up for grabs between Union, Omaha, North Carolina, and Northern Colorado? Those teams all separated by 3 points. Johnson playing it back. Acosta had a very good first half once again. Here's Spielman. Over to Flanagan. Flanagan working his way inside. Independence unbeaten in their last 5 home games. Trying to close out the regular season strong. Heckenberg. He'll inch forward. Coutinho. And the ball there was Mbuyu, who's coming back to play deep. Masiunas down the line. Amo. Sterling. McCauley knocked over, can't draw the foul. As Luis Alvarez coming up with the ball. Might have just been better trying to stay on his feet there and turn away from Alvarez. Now a chance here for Charlotte, but too heavy of a pass. I like the idea there. Too much weight on that ball intended for Alvarez. play here tonight from Tracer and Buyu. 2024 season ticket packages are on sale now. Join Charlotte's first men's professional soccer team as we celebrate 10 years on the pitch. We'll honor our club's rich history and set a new course for the next decade of unmatched soccer experiences at American Legion Memorial Stadium. All 2024 season ticket member benefits, packages, and pricing are now available at charlotteindependence.com. First half for Davey Mason. Let's see if he starts to move up more here in the field in this second half. Dingle plays it up into the sky. Hit away by Spielman. Spielman second in the league in clearances. Slow header back, but able to get to the hands of Hara. Heckenberg, first in the minutes and tackles. He's been with the club since 2021 for Tormenta. He's able to win a championship with them last season. Coutinho's had a couple of strikes from long range as well. Mason, Coutinho with a little room to work with. Trailing's in DA. Played out wide. Heckenberg. Corey running through everyone, but once again, Acosta able to sweep the ball away from danger. Kale on the return. Corey. Once again, Acosta making things difficult for Jackson Corey. Acosta's been with the club since 2022. Venezuelan. His 16th start of the season here tonight as he'll slot it over for NDA. Amo. Tug of the waist right there from Tormenta. Sterling not happy with it. And you see that's your second warning. You've done that twice. Next one will be a card. Alvarez. If you're traveling to Charlotte to see an Independence game, make sure you stay at the Hyatt Place downtown. The Hyatt Place is just minutes away from the stadium and is around countless dining options. Hyatt Place downtown, the official hotel of the Charlotte Independence. Johnson out wide. Alvarez into the box. Buyu in line, and that takes a deflection and goes in for an own goal. Well, Tracer and Buyu, he's done a little bit of everything, and while it hits off a defender of Tormenta, you gotta hand it to Tracer and Buyu, who with all he's done, finally gets his side on the scoreboard. See Mbuyu here doing the work, and then it looks like it hits off Kilwine there in front. Buyu somehow able to keep that in play. Omar Sis was sitting there at the top of the 6-yard box, waiting for the pass. Killwine deflects it in.
Charlotte goal scored by number 11, Trey Soren.
So right now, saying Tracer and Buyu with the goal. So if that stands, it'll be his 10th goal of the season. 26-year-old has been with the club since 2020. And he has done a tremendous job this evening, finally getting rewarded. And there, a little pressure by Dane Kelly. They want that home game next week here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. They want the fans back. They want the drums. Coutinho out wide. Mason. Or defensively is Alvarez, also coming over as Johnson. Mason. He's looking for Keziah Sterling, and we do have a foul here on Ndiaye. Great opportunity now here for Tormenta to level things up. Where this ball's gonna be placed. Just a couple of yards out from that near corner of the top of the 18-yard box. So Amo will set up as well as Bequele Akale. Akale just wide. That one nearly finding its way through for Tormenta. It's a nice ball in by Akale, but not able to get it through. When you need to rehydrate after a workout, run, or a soccer game, trust Gatorade. Gatorade keeps the Independence game ready all the time, so they're always ready to take the field. Flanagan. And Buyu. They are going to officially credit that an own goal by Preston Killwine in the 52nd minute. Headed back by Mason. Let's see who this is last touched by. Indeed it is Tormenta. Sis. Buyu, Masiunas with him. Flanagan. Connects with Dane Kelly. Oberton. Oberton cramps up. I don't know if he was tripped up there or if he just cramped up. Okay, there might have been a little clip there by Chris Heckenberg. But this is not what you want to see, is Oberton holding the back of his leg. I hope again, it's nothing serious. Just turns with it. No contact there by Heckenberg. He just does cramp up. So we've already had one sub used by Charlotte Independence, and Luis Alvarez coming on for Miguel Ibarra. You wonder if maybe we'll see some more subs come on here soon with Charlotte up 1-0. Tormenta, they need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive and a chance to possibly become back-to-back champions. Looks like we might see a few Tormenta players here come on shortly. John Murphy Jr., one of the players warming up and spraying some water on his face right now. So we will see a pair of subs for Tormenta. Kingsford Ajay is going to come on. Ajay will replace Elijah Amo. Also coming on will be John Murphy Jr. for Colin Masiunas. And then we'll have a substitution as well, and no surprise, it'll be Gabriel Oberton coming off for Charlotte, and Brad Dunwell is going to come on. So Dunwell will make his 31st appearance of the season. Meanwhile, Ajay making his 26th of the year for Tormenta, and Murphy Jr. making his 28th of the year. Murphy, a kid that played the U.S. Youth National Team at the U15, 16, and 17-year-old levels. Gabriel Oberton's night is over. So now both sides have used 2 subs each. Corey, top of the area. Here is Murphy Jr. Back post. Sis. If you're looking for a little Greek, a little Southern, and always fresh, enjoy a great meal at your local Shomars. Murphy turns away. Kale. Dunwell getting his first touch since subbing on. Spielman plays it up the side. Intercepted once again, though, by Tormenta. Here's Murphy. Ajay. Ever wanted to see a professional locker room or hang out with a pro player? Here's your chance. Our group outings will give everyone an unforgettable night with a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Visit charlotteindependence.com for more details for the 2024 season. Mason. Murphy. Dingler up the middle. Heckenberg. Ajay going right at Joel Johnson. Murphy. Mason. Back post, headed down, and that one somehow sneaks through for an equalizer. What a moment there for Tormenta, getting on the scoreboard here in the 62nd minute. Jackson Corey was waiting at the back post, able to head this one through. Nice ball over here by Mason. Corey just on that back post, able to elevate up and over Flanagan for the goal. Corey just in the right spot right there. We saw that on the other side in the opening half with Mbuyu, but he wasn't able to slot it through. Corey, though, does for Tormenta, and we are leveled up in the 63rd minute. Ajay. Spielman trying to exit. Tonight's match is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and it's presented to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, the official health insurance provider of the Charlotte Independents. Jackson Corey, that's his 7th goal of the season. 3rd assist of the year for Mason. Draw tonight for Charlotte can still get them a home game next week, but they'll need a loss or a draw from Greenville. That game's still scoreless in the 64th minute, so right now everything working out for Charlotte. Tormenta, though, they need a win to move on. And also needs a loss or a draw from Ford Madison. Ajay. Back post once again. Tipped on, but off target. Great ball in by Ajay, but tipped wide. As Corey once again on the back post. Got himself in position in front of Flanagan. Killwine, Hara, Kelly flying up. Chance here, Flanagan playing it back. Heckenberg right in the perfect position. And Mbuyu crossing. A couple more subs here for Charlotte. Fabrice Inga is going to make his way on. Avion Flanagan off. Also coming on will be Corey Bennett, and Bashir and DA will head off for Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let's start the substitutions made in the 67th.
Now the Cameroon player will come on to the field. And got 25 years old. Does have 2 caps for his country.
Entering number 2, Fabrice Scott, and number 90, Corey Bennett.
Corey Bennett also on, the 25-year-old from Kingston, Jamaica. Pedro Fonseca also making his way onto the field for South Georgia Tormenta. Fonseca will come on for Jake Dingler, so you're going to see Fonseca come up, trying to bring on more attacking power, as Tormenta knows they need to somehow come up with the second goal.
25, Jake Dingler. He's replaced by number 8, Pedro Fonseca.
Pedro Fonseca was one of those players that Mike Jeffries says they have to be very aware of with the runs that he makes on the field. Here's Fonseca. Look at Fonseca also on the season with 6 goals and 6 assists, so he can do a little bit of both. Bennett getting his first touch. Assists. Alvarez. Ball right up the spine, but no one there for Charlotte. The Charlotte Independence is back in the playoffs for the 4th year in a row. Visit charlotteindependence.com to stay up to date on any details regarding the Jacks' first round battle. 4 years in a row for Charlotte, looking at knockout. Last year's champs. Remember, for this scoreline to hold, in order for that game to be hosted here, they will need Greenville to have a loss or a draw against Lexington. Right now, that game's scoreless. Kilwine. Judgment Day across USL League One. Top 3 spots also up for grabs for the Players' Shield. About 20 minutes remains. Also kind of have a little bit of stoppage time. We only had a minute added on in the first half. Mason and Mbuyu on his hip. We saw Mbuyu for a majority of the game on the left side of the pitch, now on the right. Colley trying to squeeze through 2 defenders. Fonseca. Scoop pass. Colley able to get a piece of it. Spielman, though, able to shield his body from Macaulay and keep it away from any more danger. Chance here for Charlotte! And smothered on the near post by Hara. It was Corey Bennett that got a good look right there. The substitution that came on just a couple minutes ago. Corey Bennett had plenty of room to work with, and there he gets Biotenio as well. Biotenio sliding back into that center back position. Really now look at Tormenta with a 3-back set as they push numbers forward. Mason. Fonseca. Scoop ball for Keziah Sterling. Grab some new gear for the next Independence game with scarves, hats, shirts, and more. We have merch for every Independence fan. Head over to store.charlotteindependence.com to find your next piece of Jack's gear. Mason. Actually yet to see a yellow card handed out. teams doing a good job maintaining their composure. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Free to play. Download now. Ajay with the right foot, Akali with the left. Akali has scored in both previous meetings against Charlotte. Ajay is going to take this, plays it on the ground. Bad setup right there for Tormenta, but able to maintain possession at the moment. Ajay being hounded by Acosta. Ajay back to his left. Ajay sending it all the way forward for Kelly. Super League Carolina kicks off in August 2024, bringing Division I's women's professional soccer to the Western Carolinas. Help choose the club's official team name. Scan the QR code on the screen and place your vote for either the Carolina Ascent or the Carolina Breeze. Voting is open today through October 27th. Follow Super League Carolina on social media for updates, news, announcements, and more leading up to the club's full brand review later this fall. Johnson striding up. Nice ball here by Johnson. Mbuyu, looked like Mbuyu just tripped over his feet. Mbuyu just got stuck in the turf there. He's able to stay on his feet. He's got a great chance. Fonseca for Killwine. Coutinho. Coutinho was that defensive holding midfielder, but now at the center back position with Jake Dingler going off for Pedro Fonseca. About 15 minutes remaining. Defending champs trying to get in, but they need a win, and then they also need a little bit of help. Ajay on the end line. Fonseca over his head. Mbuyu able to tap it back. Mason. Alvarez. Little space here and room to work with. Done well. Plays it to the left side of the field. Bennett. Over defensively though is Murphy Jr. Sis. You can go back to Bennett. Done well on the end line, runs out of room. Now we'll have another substitution for Tormenta as Arthur Boschwa will come on for Jackson Corey. So Corey, the goal scored in the 62nd minute, and then moments later he also had another opportunity. His night is now over.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Carl Brecken's enrollment substitution made in the 76th minute.
We'll finish with a goal. Now Boschwa will come on. Boschwa with one goal on the season.
He's replaced by number 27, Arthur Boschwa.
The USL League One playoffs are here, and you can catch all the action on ESPN Plus beginning October 20th. The season concludes with the USL League One final November 5th on ESPN2. Fonseca. Heckenberg. Ajay. Akale. Akale trying to turn away from Alvarez. Ajay. Ajay had that nice ball. little bit earlier. Macaulay tapping it over, looking for Sterling. Mason crossing. Quick outlet here from Pack. In transition is Alvarez. Alvarez able to step over the leg. Heckenberg winning the ball back. No, we will have a foul, and this will be our first booking of the game. So Heckenberg handed the yellow. So look at Tormenta without Dalton Knudsen tonight, who had a red in the last game against Union Omaha.
78-minute play to South Georgia Tormenta FC's number 21, Chris Heckenberg.
Joel Johnson will set up for the kick. Just under 12 minutes remains. That Greenville game still scoreless. Johnson plays it in. Headed up and on top of the cage. Nice ball in here by Joel Johnson. Look like it was Hector Acosta got that got his head to it. Fonseca at midfield. Coutinho out wide. For Tormenta. They're getting help right now from Union Omaha as they lead 1-0 over Ford Madison. So Tormenta right now, they just need to find that second goal. And they will leapfrog over Ford Madison in the standings. Ajay. Murphy. Heckenberg, back to Murphy. Macaulay drops back for Fonseca. A couple bodies in the way of that shot attempt.
Chick-fil-A corner kick for South Georgia Tormenta FC.
Outward swinging ball coming from Murphy Jr. The service. Super League Carolina kicks off in August 2024, bringing Division I women's professional soccer to the Western Carolinas. Help choose the club's official team name, scan the QR code on the screen, and place your vote for either the Carolina Ascent or the Carolina Breeze. Voting is open today through October 27th. Follow Super League Carolina on social media for updates, news, announcements, and more leading up to the club's full brand review later this fall. Great names there, Carolina Sin or Carolina Breeze. Definitely gonna be great to have women's soccer in the Carolinas as well. And Buyu ahead looking for Kelly. You know, Charlotte, they just want to get that second tally on the board as well and put this one to bed. Costa nearly lost possession of Boschwa there. Coutinho. Kilwine. Mason inside, Fonseca. Probably knocked off the ball, done well. Sis playing forward, but no one ahead. So at least give Charlotte some time to recover. Greenville-Lexington game still scoreless. So as of right now, Charlotte Independence will be hosting a game next week. Kelly. And right now, if the scoreline is to hold, it'd be Charlotte Independence hosting Greenville Triumph. Bennett. Two teams get a bye. Northern Colorado, they play later on tonight, but right now they would host Ford Madison next week. Alvarez fighting for position. Costa once again coming forward. Ajay looking to get this ahead to Makwele Akale. Akale is going to run out of room though on the far touchline. Last touch, they're going to say, by Charlotte Independence. Straight years, Charlotte Independence have made the playoffs as we have a player down behind for Tormenta. Meanwhile, Tormenta, the defending champions, try and get another goal on the scoreboard to keep their season alive. And right now, Charlotte getting some help as Lexington is on the scoreboard with the goal. That game in the 84th minute. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Murphy looks to play it back in. Tormenta, they need to get more aggressive here in the final third. Bashwa assists with him. Also over there is Corey Bennett. Thanks for Ajay coming back on the field. Kale. Heckenberg. Heckenberg with a little room. Sterling. Done well on Sterling. Ajay back on the ground. He was a player that just went off with an injury. Sterling. A chance here, Bashwa. And a corner coming for Tormenta. Great chance here coming now for Tormenta. Ball lofted in, grabbed out of the air by Austin Pack, one of the league's best. Sis. Bennett has numbers ahead. Mbuyu. Alvarez, back post. And now making his way onto the field for Charlotte Independence will be Shalom Duty as he'll replace Dane Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Atlas Chiropractic Enrollment.
Look at the score line. We have the own goal by Preston Kilwine back in the 52nd minute. But really created by Tracer Mbuyu of Charlotte. And then 10 minutes later, getting on the scoreboard for Tormenta, it would be Jackson Corey, assisted by Davey Mason. For Dane Kelly, his night is now over. Shalom Duty will look to come on and try to close this game out for Charlotte Independence. 25-year-old out of Togo jogs on. Fonseca. Mason, who has that assist. Poked away by Joel Johnson. And one back immediately, and here's an opportunity. Bennett earns his side a corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court officials indicated there will be a minimum of 7 minutes.
7 minutes of stoppage time added on. This is plenty for Tormenta to work with.
Fans, if you are part of the Wayfinders or the Charlotte Independence Recreational Associates, please make your way to the Gatorade Teller located.
The scoreline here and what we have going on in Greenville and Lexington. Charlotte Independence will be hosting a playoff game next weekend. Enga, Sis, Heckenberg. Omar Sis, the player down for Charlotte. That man's just going box to box here this evening for Charlotte. Kilwine. This goes over Spielman and almost right into the path of Akale. Flick back. Seika lost his balance. He thinks he might have been tripped up. Crowd wants the foul, they don't get it. Basin. Mbuyu right on his hip. Mbuyu going to the ground. Let's see if this is his last touch by. Corner coming here for Tormenta. So that'll bring Pedro Fonseca over. Fonseca. Kale on the opposite side. Murphy. Coutinho. Plays the ball in, headed away by Spielman. A chance here on the counter, and Buyu flying up. Mason. Fonseca. Kale. Tormenta, they want to play quickly. Just a couple minutes remains here in stoppage time. Ajay. Kilwine and company need to push up. Costas just going to usher this out of play. Smart play right there by the center back. Tonight's match is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and it's presented to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, the official health insurance provider of the Charlotte Independents. Everything working out in the home team's favor right now for Charlotte Independents. We're looking to wrap up that 4th position in the standings. Looking to welcome in Greenville next weekend. Buyu offside. Don't forget to visit charlotteindependence.com to stay up to date on any details regarding that Jack's first round battle. Still waiting to find out the times. You know, games will be played on October 20th. Final will be on November 5th. Don't forget that's on ESPN2 as well. That is the ultimate goal for Charlotte Independence, as well as these other teams that are still in the hunt. Greenville-Lexington game in the 84th minute, still 1-0 in favor of Lexington. Meanwhile, Tormenta, Omaha also up 1-0 over Ford Madison. But Tormenta needs to find a goal. Fonseca, Akale, and got assists. Onto the near side, Corey Bennett. Bennett trying to turn and get by Heckenberg, unable to do so. Able to get back on the ball, trying to get around Mason. Mason, who has the assist on the Jackson Corey goal. Sterling. Ajay. Duty with Ajay. Down the end line, and Austin Pack will simply just delay a little time, now pick up the ball. Austin Pack looking to send this in to the Charlotte Knight. Coutinho able to win the ball back there from Alvarez. And there is the final whistle, and for the defending champs, their season comes to a close. And for Charlotte Independence, as of right now, they will be hosting a home game next weekend against Greenville. That game still, though, in stoppage time as we take a look at our man of the match presented to you by Oak Lord Distilling, and it's Tracer and Buyu. He had a fantastic evening tonight against Tormenta, really getting the goal of the game here with his work ethic, his work rate. Here Alvarez playing the ball across, unable to clear it away is Tormenta, and then Mbuyu attacking the inline, crossing, was looking for Omar Sis. Preston Kilwine gets his left foot in the way and gets the own goal. That coming in the 52nd minute, and this one back in the first half. Austin Pack covering up that near post, prevent a goal from Keziah Sterling. A great look here by Sterling, but unable to get it by one of the league's best. That would be the 116th save of the season for Austin Pack. But how about the win tonight in the final regular season game at home here on Judgment Day for Charlotte Independence, as it finishes a draw, but that will push them on to get a home game next week against Greenville Triumph, as this one ends 1-1. Charlotte Independence finishing the season off with a draw at home, but a playoff berth.
Always reaching higher, pushing further, achieving remarkable. At Novant Health, we never stop. Because whether it's sports performance at the highest level or the playground level, we're driven to help you excel at what drives you. Not just keeping you healthy for the game, but also healthy for life. Novant Health. Expect remarkable.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
Minutes done, and after 7 minutes of stoppage time here in the second half, Charlotte Independence closing out the season with a draw against South Georgia Tormenta, but they will wrap up that 4th spot in the standings, so they will host a home game next week as we take a look back at the highlights from tonight's match between Charlotte Independence and South Georgia Tormenta. Tormenta getting opportunities earlier. This was our save of the game here back in the first half. Good give-and-go opportunity. Sterling, though, denied by Austin Pack, sent away by Nick Spielman. That would keep the game at the time scoreless, but a great look there by Sterling and a nice stop there by Austin Pack. And then in the second half, things would change here, though. This back in the first half, Mbuyu with a tap across, a great ball in by Oberton. Finding the foot of Mbuyu, but sending it wide. Mbuyu was close all night. And then in the second half, that is where he would get the goal for Charlotte Independence. It would come in the way of an own goal, but it would be all about that creation there by Tracer Mbuyu. Hits off the foot of Kilwine. That coming in the 52nd minute. Tracer Mbuyu had another chance in the opening half with a head attempt, but couldn't get it by. There you see it hit off the legs of Kilwine and go through for the opening goal for Charlotte Independence. Home fans loving that. And Mbuyu helping putting his side up 1-0. But then 10 minutes later, a nice ball over here by Davey Mason, finding Jackson Corey on the back post. He would knot it down and in for the goal for Tormenta. And Tormenta thought they had a chance, but it would not be enough. But look at this ball in here by Davey Mason, connecting with Jackson Corey, his 7th goal of the season. Corey getting it by the near post. Flanagan was right there in the area for Charlotte, but just couldn't knot it away. As we take a look at the stats, Tormenta controlling the possession 60% to 40. But there you see, even with the 14 shots, just the 2 on target. And that Lexington-Greenville game has gone final. That one finishing 1-1. So we will take a look here at the updated standings in League One play. Union Omaha at that top position, wrapping up the Players' Shield with their win over Ford Madison. North Carolina behind them. Northern Colorado, they still play later on this evening for South Georgia Tormenta, though their season is over. Ford Madison is going to squeak by, and they'll remain in that 6th spot in the standings. It was a tough game here tonight, but South Georgia Tormenta falling out of the playoffs with the draw as Charlotte Independence locks it up at home. Charlotte Independence, a strong way to finish out the season. Meanwhile, for Tormenta, their chances of moving on are over. Charlotte Independence will host a home game next week against Greenville Triumph as this one ends 1-1, and they're going to be healthy and ready to go next week. The Charlotte Independence will remain in 4th in the standings, but for this crew, I'm Josh Toll saying thank you and good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.
Out wide, Alvarez